How have the deadlines for corporate tax registration evolved since, you know, I think that's probably the best way to put it. How have they evolved?
Yes, that's a good way to put it. And as I mentioned, so the law itself was introduced in 2022. So I guess, but the effectiveness of the law, or when it would come actually into effect, and the business would have to start complying with it, was right at the outset, was kind of built into the future.
Sure, and it depends on tax years, doesn't it?
Yes,
to be
absolutely.
fair?
There's also that too, and we've covered this on our podcast before. So the law was introduced in 2022. It was supposed to come into effect on March 1st of 2024, and that was kind of what was in the law. And as I said, the onion continues to layer on, and so as part of that, in mid 2024, and then the FTA provided additional clarifications and adjusted the deadline to help businesses, basically become compliant, because it's not easy for the UAE businesses to become compliant. And so the new law, deadline for businesses to actually start becoming compliant, which means registering with FTA and getting their books in order to start. But, ultimately, they will not have to yet file the tax returns, but soon the time is coming. So the deadline has been moved from March to November 30th, which is just in a few weeks from now. And that was done by virtue of the FTA's decision, which was number 3, 2024, extending the deadline for businesses with licenses and issued in October and November to November 30th, 2024, giving them more time to become compliant. And that's also an example of how the UAE and FTA have continued to grow this particular legislative practice.